Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, like your president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notification. Give us some hype points. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation. Leave us a super thanks. Cash App or super chat, depending on when you're doing it. Cash App tag gonna be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Yeah, just seen somebody in the comments yesterday complaining about me yapping, but they clicked on the video where I'm yapping. The title say I'm yapping. The Bandcamp link is there. All of the mixtapes is there. You know what I mean? Also, there's the merch link there. You can get shirts, hats, hoodies, Monster Nation, Rockman's Monster paraphernalia. Salute to the early birds. What it look like, y'all? So yeah, y'all seen the I ain't gonna wait because I don't, y'all know how this go. Uh, Ray J can't fight. Son really can't fight. That man can't fight. He has. I don't want to say he never had a fight in his life because that's, I can't determine that from watching that fiasco. But I can determine that he absolutely cannot fight. Like I did see him I did see him training, working out a little bit before this fight. And he ain't look good then. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not trying to diss the man. Man, I don't know Ray J, but I ain't got no beef with Ray J. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, what was he doing in there? He can't. What happened? Was this some him and Super Hot Fire was having some sort of static going on online back and forth that I didn't know about? Because what would make somebody who don't know how to fight at all agree to a fight in public in a ring with wild fans, broadcasted, live streamed, all of the above? What would possess a person to do that if you can't fight? Now, okay, you talk a good. What caveman said? He talk a good one. Yes, he do. So that's Brandy, brother. Yes, he do talk a good one, right? So I'm saying okay, because I was I'm not following Ray J every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not following his current events, and the same goes for Super Hot Fire. Like so, I don't know if it started out as a promo run, like Super Hot Fire do the rap battles and whatnot. They be what they be. Like they don't be real battles, but they be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Brownsville in the building. They be entertaining. So what happened? Did it start from there and it got out of hand? Like the should I be looking for a rap battle between them two that started all of this? Because I didn't see Geechee Gotti battle Super Hot Fire. I didn't see Chris Rock battle Super Hot Fire in these comedy battles. You know what I'm saying? It's like they battles, but they're not really battles. You know what I mean? Maybe controversial. Be like he wasn't supposed to win. Maybe there was some back and forth after that got out of hand. This, but yo, son can't fight. When I was working on Magnum Force, I tell this story often. It ain't much to the story, but son was in the studio when we was doing we was working with the dog pound. Rather it was Daz, because Corrupt wasn't actually there. We was working with Dash, Trey D was there. The older dude was Big Pimpin'. That dude that used to be on the Death Row tracks, he was in the building. He thought we was from the Wu Tang. He thought Helter Skelter was Wu Tang. That's funny. But Ray J and his man was in the studio that night smoking hella weed. You know what I mean? And I appreciated the fact that Ray J was in it. I'm like, oh, we helped the Skelter. This is like 2000. I'm just saying, this is like 97, 98. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, this nigga Ray J, nigga smoke weed. You know what I mean? But this man, somebody said one punch, two knots. That's crazy. He got punched more than one time. It's just that we ain't notice all them knots because the activity was still activity in. You know what I mean? But when he got dropped, the zoom in happened, and that's when the ugly truth got exposed. But yo, like I'm saying like he can't fight. Like I'm seeing his mechanics and all of that. Like nah, one thing. One thing's for damn sure with this fight. What this fight what this fight unequivocally proves is that Ray J is capping about what happened in Vegas with him and Fabulous. I'm just saying, respectfully, y'all remember that? Who remembers when Ray J called into the radio talk about he had 13 Phantoms and Bentleys outside the money team, this, that, and the third. He just got into it with Fabulous and so on and so forth. Who remember that? It's crazy, dude. Yeah, he was running around talking like he beat Fab up. Nah. Now every fight got two sides to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody back in the any fight, if it don't get caught on camera, you know what I'm saying? You could legitimately say, listen, he got his, I got mine. You come back with a couple of bruises, like you see that, you should see him though. You could do that, and they, you know what I'm saying? Your homeboys, the world, they just gonna accept your story. They, but after you get, after you give away a display such as that one, we can't take no fight story you ever. Damn, Ray. Damn. Who else he supposed that what? That mean when I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say this. I gotta say it though. Remember when Puffy Sons ran up on Ray J? And niggas was acting like Puffy Sons would have beat Ray J up. Arius Wilkerson said he got one wish. Yo, nah, like the whole mechanics, like the rhythm of his. No, you know how like any basketball player, like as tall as I am, I've always been. I never been for real good at basketball. Like you know what I'm saying, like I can comfortably say I was trash in basketball, right? But I've had a couple of seasons when playing with the right with the right team members. Like salute to my brother Starang Wonder. He had me out there looking like I was Boogie Cousins or something on the court in the park. You know what I'm saying? He knew my strengths and weaknesses, and he operated within those. You know what I'm saying? And I look good outside that summer, right? But anybody who really know how to play ball will look at me like they pass me the ball. They see me put it. You see my shot ugly. See my dribble ugly. They'll know right off the back this nigga ain't this. Oh, this nigga tall for nothing. Off the rip, they going if you like an NBA player, like or even not even an NBA player, like one of them, or just the real hooper will look at me and be like, oh, he can't play no ball. Oh, nah, he on y'all team. You understand what I'm saying? Respectfully. That's how Ray J looked, trying to shoot his his joints, if applicable. It's so funny it wasn't funny. RS11 said, "How tall are you?" I'm 6'5". You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood where, like, if you this tall, you the center on every team you want. You know what I'm saying? This really point guard, shooting guard height in the NBA. But so I got trash center skills. I would be trash in the NBA. Anyway, that's all past me. I do sincerely, because I didn't really like basketball that much when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I do feel like if I would have got, if I would have had, like, everybody in my family knew I was gonna be big and shit. You understand what I'm saying? They knew if somebody would have worked with, like, the way I see the game now as an adult. I feel like if I would have worked on it, I could have been nice. But Ray J can't fight. So hopefully it's all fake. Ray J has a heart issue, don't he? I mean, is that fake? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know, like, when Ray J got up, I'm sorry. When he got up and he was talking to the after the fight interview, he was excuse me, he was insinuating that it was just the plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he threw like the fix was in. Like, he didn't really get the insinuation wasn't insinuating correctly. Yeah, niggas is. I think. Listen, self defense is important, man. Like, being in shape is important. Like, both of those gentlemen were out of shape. I say that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got uncle bodies and all of that. And like, I mean, you to me, I look in shape, but I could be in way better shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't work out as much as I should, but I'll be fighting. I mean, not fighting, but I mean, like, fighting for consistency. Like, I'll be fighting to build consistency in my word. I'm not just sitting out here acting like it don't need to be done. You know what I'm saying? I work out a few times a week. You know what I'm saying? When I'm good. When I'm on my dean. I yeah. But being in shape and knowing how to fight, man. You're a grown man. You gotta learn how to fight, B. Like, you ain't gonna always have no, like, listen, B. I ain't have a fight in a long time. I probably can't fight. But I fight better than that. Like, I don't know if I can still fight. You know what I'm saying? I haven't tried, you know what I'm saying? I haven't tried out my situation in a long time, but I know I fight better than that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, I'm sorry. Ray J, I apologize. I ain't come here to kick you while you was down and all that, but let me turn it into a message. Everybody, if you a man, you a black man, learn how to fight. Get you a class, get you a it's YouTube videos that'll teach you some work. Word up. Real talk, I promise you. You can't be out here with kids and wives and mothers still alive, sisters and all of that. People out here disrespecting the women, trying to. You gotta be able to hold it down if the situation calls for it. Be like, real talk. That was not a good look. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The climate. The you understand what I'm saying? The racial climate is crazy. All of that. Somebody might try to jump out, do something. You understand? Yeah, weirdos out there, PD out, and you can't fight. You can't. You might really need to hold it down at some point. I know you've been famous and rich since you was younger, but yeah, you should be able to afford a. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, B. Boxing, you got all kind of martial arts out. You know what I'm saying? Try going. You got 52 hand block videos on YouTube. Go crazy. Learn something as a man. I'm out. If you made sense of this video, 4 boxing gloves. Salute to all parties involved. I hope Ray J is okay. I hope the whole, and I know the dudes do a whole lot of content, so we don't even know, with the way Ray J be carrying on, we don't even know if the whole his heart situation is real or not. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, but hopefully everybody is alright, and hopefully son got the bag. At least he did try. He wasn't running from. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what was the last event had? What's his name from No Jumper, Adam 22. Like, he ain't even throw a punch. Like, like that's at least son got it. At least he tried. That's a start. Salute to him. Salute to y'all. Made sense of this video. Let me get 4 boxing gloves. Rock on. Boom.